Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Going Great Runs, and I'm in a stately home countryside park just in North London, and the sun is just setting now. So if I show you the scenery, I'm in a beautiful walled garden and you can see the sun setting over there, and then here we've got this nice little archway there as well. Beautiful settings. But yeah, this episode is going to be on controlling your breathing. Right, so when a lot of beginners start off running, what you'll notice is your breathing will be very erratic, very fast. So you'll get off the start line, let's say you're doing a 5k event or you're just going for a local run around the block, you might go off too quick, and with that your breathing will be fast paced, your heart will be pumping quite fast, and you'll be going breathing really quickly. And yeah, it's quite important to slow your breathing down as you're running, and basically be in a state of calmness, because the quicker that your breathing's going, you're going to be panicking. And this is actually vitally important for people who are asthmatic, people who have experienced breathing problems in the past, or are currently going through breathing issues. That's very important. When I first started out running, I had asthma, as in my childhood, and yeah, as soon as I started running, I'll be breathing very fast, and essentially you feel like your chest is tightening and you can't fully breathe to the full capacity. And some people actually, they might not be asthmatic, but they actually struggle to breathe out their nose. They might have polyps in their nose, or just things that are impacting them being able to breathe out their nose. And so they breathe out their mouth quite a lot, and that explains the panting. It's like the trying to get air in. But as you continue to run, what you'll notice is you don't need deep breaths every single time you breathe inwards. Okay, so a lot of your breathing will actually be quite shallow and not as deep. So it's important to just control that. Okay, I'll just show you a bit more. As you can see, beautiful lake there. So you can see that I'm not looking at the camera the whole time, because I'm trying to watch where I'm walking, and I'm also looking at people around me, so I don't get in people's way, etc. But yeah, it's important not to panic when you're running, because a lot of time you'll feel like you can't breathe in deep, you feel like you can't actually access the bottom of your lungs, and then you'll basically panic, and then your whole running momentum would go out the window. And what you'll notice then, the impact of the breathing then has an effect on your form. So you will be hunched over, and your arms might be swinging in an unusual way. And the thing is, if you're hunched over, then your diaphragm is basically shut off in a way, so you're not able to actually reach the full capacity of your breathing anyway, regardless, because you're hunched. And what I tend to find, because this is what happened with me when I started out, I used to hunch over because it was sort of a comfort, like a feeling of comfort, like you kind of like hunch into your stomach, and that was just my way of coping with the fact that my breathing wasn't as deep. But actually, if you have your chest up and your chin up, which is what a lady volunteer at Parkrun, our local Parkrun, says to us, if you have your chest up and chin up, you're then opening up your diaphragm, opening up your airways, and you're able to get more air in. So yeah, that does help when you're struggling with breathing. But also you'll notice it's important to, when you first start out running, just to go at your own tempo and go quite slow. If you go into a race, don't try to rush and keep up with everyone else, because yeah, your breathing will be thrown out. It then will affect your form, and then you'll end up stopping anyway, and it'll affect your running times. So yeah, the importance is not to panic. And even if you are shallow breathing, that's not a sign that you're going to, you know, have an asthma attack or whatever. You'll know when you're going to have an asthma attack. You literally can't breathe at all. Or let's say you're having a panic attack. That's if you're having a panic attack, then you need to bring more water with you on a run, because yeah, if you end up having a panic attack, generally it might be down to a lack of water enabling you to get enough oxygen into your body, in your bloodstream. So there's things you can do to actually calm that down, bringing water with you, having someone with you that's able to support you along the way. All these things sort of help with the mental aspects of the running, and then help you to breathe better, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and also that'll create the conditions to be able to get your best times when you're starting out with running. So I waffled on a little bit there, but yeah, some noteworthy points in terms of not panicking when you're running. It's okay to breathe shallower, not deep every single time, especially if you're asthmatic. Also, for asthmatics, you might notice that the weather conditions affect your ability to breathe, and there's this whole thing about pressure in the air pressure, like whether it's low or high, actually affects your ability to breathe a little bit more sharp than you would normally be able to, or less able to. So yeah, that's completely normal and part of running for people who have asthma and who have breathing difficulties as well. So just thought I'd give you a little bit of reassurance on that. But obviously you know when you need to stop, because you won't be able to breathe at all. And yeah, when you're in a panic state, it's better to stop, calm your body down, drink some water, and if you need to seek medical attention, then obviously you've got to, you know. But yeah, parkrun's good for being in an environment where you've got people around you, so that if you do get in a panic state or a worked up state, you've got people who can calm you down and support you as necessary. So that's everything from me on controlling your breathing. We'll go into a little bit more depth and give more in-depth thoughts on this in a later episode. But this was me, and we'll see you on another episode. Take care.